it's a very special place, Tibet is, and the people here are absolutely awesome, and there's a very spiritual vibe about the mountain, and Choyu, and as the locals know her, the Purple Goddess. My name's Richard Parks. I'm here on the 2010 Jagged Globe Choyu expedition. I'm climbing Choyu as the final preparation for my 737 challenge, which starts this December, which will see me aim to climb the highest mountain on each of the world's continents and venture to the South Pole and the geographic North Pole, all within 7 months. After almost 2 weeks of travelling, we've arrived at base camp this afternoon. It's at 5,700 metres, which is almost a kilometre higher than Mont Blanc and only a few hundred metres lower than the summit of Kilimanjaro. This is going to be our home now for about 3 to 4 weeks while we plan our attempt of Choyu. Feeling pretty tired actually. The last 2 days have been pretty tough. Yesterday we left base camp and climbed up to Camp 1, which is 6,400 metres, and it was a 9-10 hour day. And that's challenging at sea level, but above 5,700 metres, 9 hours on your feet and climbing some pretty steep terrain it was tough. Today we've got a semi-rest day. We're doing some skills work on the glacier, maybe 20 minutes, half hour from our camp, so hopefully it won't be too strenuous today. Under Jagged Globe sort of expert advice, I've crammed almost a lifetime of mountaineering into the last year in preparation for my challenge, but Choyu certainly is the culmination of this year's training, and it's my first experience at 8,000 metres and my first experience on a mountain of this scale, and it's that very thing actually that's opened my eyes, the sheer scale of the mountain. The business end of the trip starts now really. We've had 2.5 weeks of acclimatising, and we've had 6 days at base camp, all with the purpose to acclimatise ourselves, and now the actual business, the actual climb starts. Climbing from base camp to Camp 1, I found it particularly difficult actually, getting from, like I said, from base camp, which is 5,700, up to Camp 1, 6,400 metres with, I think I maybe had between 15 and 20 kilos of load. Not a massive load, but at that altitude it certainly made me work for it. Waking up at Camp 1, knowing that we were going to climb to Camp 2 the next day was a really interesting experience for me actually. It was, like I said, I was as nervous as I was excited. I'd never been that high before. I was apprehensive to see, how I would cope at altitude. There's been a lot of talk of the feature in between Camp 1 and Camp 2 called the Icefall, the Serac. You can see it from base camp. I'd spent the last 2-3 weeks sort of looking at it and hearing stories about it, and I'd psychologically prepared myself for the Icefall, and ironically it was the section of the climb after the Icefall up to Camp 2 that was by far the hardest part of the day. Like I said, it was the highest altitude that I'd been, and it was really, coming from a background of, professional sport or elite sport, it was was a really bizarre experience physiologically for me because I was moving so slowly, you know, a lot slower than you would walk normally at sea level. Yeah, my heart was, you know, racing, and you know, I was fighting to get the air into my lungs and stuff, and it was really eye-opening. It was really interesting, and it was challenging, and you know, certainly it's been the toughest day of the climb so far. I know we haven't attempted the summit yet, but it was the toughest part of the climb up to that point.